Why post the photo? If you don't want the likes, the comments, the thirst, the simps, the haters, all of the above, don't post the photo. You post that, you're looking for all of
This
the
just
comments.
escalated. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark's on-court rivalry just reached its boiling point, and now WNBA legend Sue Bird is done staying silent. After the explosive incident between the two rookies that nearly sparked an all-out brawl, Bird issued a chilling warning, and it wasn't subtle. She's not Caitlin Clark.
Can you wear that and also complain and post it and also complain that you don't like being sexualized? What is the take here?
You know, it's funny. I just did another show right before this one, and we talked about how this younger generation just wants to cry and be victims about everything, right?
Angel Reese, known for her emotional, gritty style, appeared to take things a step too far. A hard foul, a lingering stare, and suddenly both benches are on edge. Teammates stepped in. Coaches tried to calm things down, but the message was clear. This was personal.
You want to wear it, you feel great about it, you got a great body, you play in the WNBA, but you cannot cry. You cannot say anything. I mean, have you seen some of her TikTok posts? Like, she's literally held up an outline after getting waxed. You can literally see all of her business there outlined in blue wax. And I'm like, oh yes, please tell me how sexualized you are. I mean, what do you...
Enter Sue Bird, the four-time WNBA champion, Team USA icon, and vocal leader for the next generation. And what she said after the incident sent shockwaves.
I just hope y'all know. The WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills where I stay at. Let me do the math real quick.
He might cover that. Yeah, it definitely covers that.
What is I don't even know my salary. No, my rent is more than that. It's $8,000. I'm living beyond my means.
Some praised Reese for bringing that old-school toughness. Others accused her of turning the league into a spectacle for all the wrong reasons. Even NBA stars weighed in. Draymond Green tweeted support for Reese's fire, but called for controlled aggression.
Vehicle to Angel Reese has a podcast. It's her vehicle to be a podcaster, right? Whatever Caitlin ends up doing, it's the vehicle to get you to that point. So you always want to make sure that part doesn't.
Angel Reese, however, has become the league's wild card. She drives attention, but often for the wrong reasons. Some insiders believe the league is quietly frustrated. One executive allegedly said off record, "We don't want a repeat of NBA drama in this league. We want growth, not chaos."
It's a balance. It's a balance. You have to find that balance. But when you look at some of the other athletes, particularly men, who've set a little bit of a blueprint in terms of the business and the sport, you never see LeBron miss a work.
So, let's ask the real question. Is Angel Reese hurting her own brand or reshaping it? Her fans argue she's just being authentic, raw, fearless, the kind of athlete who makes history uncomfortable before change happens.
You know who you are? You're the female Antoine Jameson. You know who Antoine Jameson is? He got 20,000 points with his shot. Whatever your shot is. Like, everybody's shot ain't gonna be Steph Curry. Your shot is your...
Let's break it down. In the last 5 games, Caitlin Clark is averaging 18 points, 6 assists, and shooting nearly 40% from 3. Angel Reese, 8 points, 9 rebounds, but with 3 technical fouls and 2 ejections already in the preseason.
She was literally the most inefficient player within 5 foot in all of the WNBA. Any which way you put it, she shot bad from the field. All right, she's 6'3" and she plays under the basket, and she shot 39.1% from the field.
So what happens next? Will Angel Reese find a way to channel her fire into dominance? Or is her growing list of critics, led by icons like Sue Bird, just the beginning of a bigger backlash?
Just called her a role player, not a star, certainly not a superstar, not a legend. Hey, you remind me of Antoine Jameson. Oh, nice player. Put up 20,000 points. No one's really heard of him. I think Antoine played at North Carolina. Anyway, Shaq slams Angel Reese to her face.
Sue Bird just sent shockwaves through the WNBA with one furious message aimed directly at Angel Reese after her latest explosive clash with Caitlin Clark. And it wasn't just about the fight. It was about respect, the game's future, and one brutal truth. She's not Caitlin Clark. What happened behind the scenes? Why did Reese snap? And how did Caitlin Clark respond? You're about to find out everything, from Sue Bird's brutal reaction to the moment Reese crossed the line.
I saw his workout. This workout has gotten a lot of people excited for Caitlin Clark because she is like directly working on her weaknesses, which I think is a good look, honestly. I think that's a really, really good look for her because, again, when we're seeing somebody working on their weaknesses and not the glamorous weaknesses.
It all started in the fourth quarter. Tensions were high and the Chicago Sky were trailing. Caitlin Clark had just drilled a dagger three-pointer and the crowd erupted. Seconds later, chaos unfolded. Angel Reese, known for her fiery attitude, stepped directly into Caitlin's path. Elbows clashed. Words were exchanged. And then, Reese shoved Clark during a dead ball situation.
There is really nothing you can do as a defense but hope the ball doesn't go in the basket. That's the level of greatness that Caitlin Clark can get to, where the defense's only hope is that she misses.
Sue Bird's words might have just drawn a line in the sand. And now, Angel Reese has a choice: rise above or sink into the chaos. Because one thing's clear, the WNBA spotlight is unforgiving, and right now, Caitlin Clark owns it. This isn't just one scuffle. This is the ongoing saga of Clark versus Reese. From college rivalries to WNBA drama, it's the clash of two rising stars on two completely different paths. Sue Bird isn't just any former player. She's a 4-time champion, 13-time All-Star, and Olympic gold medalist. When she speaks, the league listens. Her message wasn't just about Angel Reese. It was a warning about the image of the WNBA. Sources close to the Sky say head coach Teresa Weatherspoon had a heated talk with Reese after the game. One teammate was allegedly heard saying, "We're not in college anymore." Ouch. Within minutes, #Angel Reese was trending and fans were split. Some praised her fire, saying she's just like Draymond Green. Others sided with Sue Bird, accusing Reese of being jealous and unprofessional. Hours after the game, WNBA legend Sue Bird took to her podcast, Bird's Eye View, and didn't hold back. Quote, "This kind of behavior is not leadership. You don't build your career trying to tear down someone else's." And newsflash, Angel, you're not Caitlin Clark. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are Sue Bird's words fair? Is Angel Reese being targeted? And has Caitlin Clark already taken the crown? Hit that like button and subscribe for more explosive WNBA stories you won't hear anywhere else. You won't believe what just went down in the WNBA. In a league that's been making headlines for record-breaking viewership, fierce rivalries, and rising stars, one moment has shaken everything to its core. It all started when Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie and one of the most polarizing figures in women's basketball, ignited a storm of controversy that no one saw coming. This wasn't just another on-court drama. It was a moment that forced legends to speak out, sparked outrage across the sports world, and potentially altered the course of Angel Reese's entire career. The incident unfolded in front of thousands of fans, live cameras, and millions watching at home. Tensions were already high as Chicago Sky faced off against the Indiana Fever, a matchup everyone had circled on their calendars. It wasn't just about the game. It was about the rivalry between two of the most talked-about rookies in WNBA history, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Both entered the league with massive college legacies, social media fame, and more pressure than most veterans. But no one could have predicted what would happen next. Midway through the second quarter, with emotions running wild and the scoreboard neck and neck, Angel Reese delivered a hard, borderline flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark. The crowd gasped. Replays showed Clark crashing to the floor, clutching her side. Angel, instead of showing concern, stared her down. Cameras caught every second. The arena erupted in boos, chants, and stunned silence. And within minutes, the clip had gone viral online. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all ablaze. But the real explosion came later. WNBA legend Sue Bird, usually calm and composed in her commentary, didn't mince words. On national television, she said, "This isn't basketball. This is dangerous." Angel Reese needs to understand, this league isn't a playground for antics and cheap shots. This is professional sports, and she needs to start acting like a pro. Sue Bird's words hit harder than any foul. Fans took sides immediately. Some defended Angel, calling it passion. Others, like Bird, saw recklessness. ESPN anchors, former players, analysts, everyone weighed in. Shaquille O'Neal, who had once championed Reese's college success, posted a cryptic tweet. "There's a difference between energy and ego." Back in Chicago, the Sky's head coach, Nola Henry, held a tense press conference. Reporters grilled her about whether Angel's actions reflected the team's culture. Coach Henry's response was guarded. "We support our players, but we also hold them accountable. What happened tonight will be addressed internally." That only fueled more speculation. The league issued an official statement the next morning. Reese avoided suspension but was fined and warned about future conduct. But by then, the narrative had spiraled beyond control. Sports shows debated whether she was the new villain of the WNBA. Was she too emotional? Too aggressive? Or was she being unfairly targeted for being bold, outspoken, and unapologetically herself? And then came the social media war. Caitlin Clark's supporters accused Reese of bullying and dirty play. Reese's fans accused Clark of being soft and overprotected by the media. The divide grew deeper. Memes flooded timelines. Reaction videos, TikTok skits, even AI parodies exploded across platforms. In the midst of all this chaos, Angel Reese posted a photo on Instagram. Her in a designer outfit, courtside shades, and the caption, "They don't like the fire? Stay out the kitchen." It racked up 500,000 likes in 2 hours. Clearly, she wasn't backing down. But Sue Bird wasn't done either. In an exclusive interview with The Athletic, Bird doubled down. Caitlin Clark is trying to elevate the league with her game. Angel's trying to control the spotlight with drama. That's the difference. And if she doesn't focus on basketball, she'll burn out fast. Reese clapped back in a tweet that read, "Legends should lift us up, not tear us down. I'm here to stay. Get used to it." As the feud gained steam, other players were dragged into the drama. Diana Taurasi took Bird's side, saying, "We built this league on grit and respect. Some of these rookies need a wake-up call." Meanwhile, players like Aya Wilson and Eric Ogunbowale posted cryptic support for Reese, emphasizing individuality and freedom of expression. By now, the WNBA had never been more talked about. TV ratings surged. Ticket sales for upcoming Sky vs. Fever games skyrocketed. But behind the scenes, tensions were real. Reports leaked that some of Angel Reese's own teammates were frustrated by the constant media circus. One anonymous player told a local reporter, "It's like walking on eggshells. Everything revolves around Angel, and it's exhausting." Chicago management reportedly had private meetings with Reese to address the growing concerns. One insider claimed the team considered benching her for a game to send a message. But they knew the backlash from her fans would be seismic. The franchise was trapped, balancing performance, brand power, and locker room harmony. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark kept quiet publicly. But sources say she's laser-focused on her game, ignoring the noise and letting her performance do the talking. Her shooting percentage is up, her assists are climbing, and fans are rallying behind her resilience. In a recent game, she dropped 28 points with 7 threes and didn't say a word. But her eyes told the story. She was locked in. The next time the Sky and Fever meet, it's expected to be the most watched regular season WNBA game ever. Security will be doubled. Media passes are sold out. Even NBA stars are planning to attend. This isn't just about a foul. It's about culture, respect, identity, and the future of women's basketball. Will Angel Reese rise above the controversy or drown in it? Will Sue Bird's words be a warning or a prophecy? And most of all, is this fight dividing the league or redefining it? One thing's for sure, the WNBA will never be the same again.